Everyone, I hope you all are doing well. In previous video, we had seen the feature of mail merge in MS Word, where we had discussed that it is used to send the same letter to the number of people at different addresses. Now, in today's session, we will see chapter 4 of your computer textbook, that is Table and Charts in PowerPoint 2010. Microsoft is a powerful presentation tool, and it helps us to present our views and ideas effectively by using diagrams, photos, chart, sound, color design, and animation effect. It provides additional features to organize the information in tabular format. Tabular means in the form of table, that a grid of cells arranged in row and columns. So in this session about this lesson, we will learn how to insert a table, how to enter data in a table, use of table tools, formatting a table style, different types of alignment, charts and its component, and format the table using various commands. Okay, so let's start with how to insert a table. This we will discuss that how to insert table in PowerPoint. Okay. So to insert a table, click on the new slide drop down arrow that is present in Home tab. When you click on Home tab, select that new slide. This 9th slide layout will open and you have to select title and content slide. Okay. One question is there that which type of slide layout appears by default while operating the Microsoft PowerPoint. Then the answer is when we open the PowerPoint, the first slide layout, that is title slide, is open by default. So for inserting table, we have to select second one, title and content. Now click on the insert table icon that is present on the slide. The insert table dialog box will appear. Here you have to define the number of row and columns and then click OK. Then a table will displayed according to defined row and columns. Okay. One more method is there to inserting table. Click on the insert tab and then select table. Then various cells are given. You have to draw table options. You have to select the number of row and columns. Okay, so these are the two methods to applying or to inserting table in PowerPoint. Now when we insert the table, the question is how to enter data in table. Now after inserting table in the slide, you have to follow these two steps. First, click on the worksheet. Worksheet means that you had selected the table, one cell where you want to start. We will start with first cell. So place the mouse pointer in the first cell of the table and type the heading. First you had typed heading, text or number. Now press the tab key to take the insertion point to the next cell. Means for moving towards the next cell, next column, you will use tab key. Okay. And to move the cursor to insert data in other cells, tables, either by mouse or you can use arrow keys. Okay. Now after typing data in the table, click anywhere outside from the table. Now suppose you want to insert row or insert column. So what is the method for inserting row? Place the cursor of the cell where you want to insert. Then right click mouse button, select the insert option. Then it will ask you insert row above or insert rows below. You have to select any of these options from the layout tab. Okay. Okay. Now next is table tools. When you insert the table in PowerPoint 2010, a new contextual tab, that is table tools, appear. See, from the last green color it shows. You will find various tools and commands present on its design and layout tab. In this, border, shading, table, table style, merge cell, split cell, these tools are given that are helpful while formatting the table slide. Okay. So while formatting the table style, first when you insert the table, PowerPoint automatic applies the table style. You can view on it by click on the design tab. Now if you want to change it, click on the design tab, access the table style. Then however the cursor over the table style, you will see the line preview of the slide. Then click on the more drop down arrow button. Select the desired slide you want to apply on it. Okay. By using this table tool, you can fill the background color also. Same method, click on the design tab. Select the row and columns that you want to color. Shading option is given in table style. Okay. So you click on the shading option. Select any color of your choice. You can also select any other option from the drop down list for the shading command. Now you had filled the background color. Now you want to apply border. So Microsoft PowerPoint allows you to add border to the table. Border help us to improve the appearance of that table. Okay. So first select the cells, row and columns that you want to modify. Click on the drop down arrow button that is given next to the border button. Now select all the border options. Border will apply on the selected cells. Now if you want to format border, then what is the procedure for that? This is given for pen color and pen weight. First I will tell you that how to change border color. This pen color tool, it is used to change the color of the border of the cells, row and columns. Just you have to select the table, click on the pen color button. A color palette will appear, choose the required color and the mouse pointer changes the pencil shape. Okay. So click on the border whose color you wish to change and simply drag the mouse on the cell border and then release the button. The line color will be changed. Okay. Now suppose you want to change the border style. For border style, this tool is very helpful in changing the line style of the table. First, of course, you have to select the table. Then click on the pen style option. It is given on design tab. Then place the mouse pointer on any border of the table. Click on it and drag the mouse pointer on it. You can observe the change. Okay. Now one thing you might have noticed while entering the cell. When you click on the first cell, the cursor will appear on the top. So the position of the text that we are entering in table, that is called alignment. So you will find 6 type of alignment or 6 alignment buttons on the layout tab that you can select according to your requirement. Align text left, it will start from the left side. Center, from center. Align text right, it will enter your data from right side. Align top, center vertically and align bottom. Okay. So simply you just select the cell, row or columns whose text alignment you wish to change. Then click on the layout tab. In alignment group, select the type of alignment you want to change. Now these all are about how to insert table, how to format table by changing the border style, border color. Now we will see about chart. Why we need chart? What is the use of chart while we are doing this table? Chart is an effective way to display data in graphical form. Okay, one thing you have to keep in your mind that data shows the information in tabular form and chart display the data in graphical form. It is easy to show comparison, growth, relationship among the values and trends in data with chart. It provides an accurate analysis of the information. Okay, so when we insert a chart, the data is displayed in a special window that is called data sheet. Now these are the components of chart. Total 9 components of charts are there. First one is chart area. Numbers are given in diagram and their name I had shown on the right side. Chart area. Chart area includes the complete area and all the objects in a chart. Second one is category axis. It is also called x-axis, is the horizontal axis, and the subject of analysis is plotted against the x-axis. Next is value axis or y-axis, is the vertical axis that is used to plot the value. So two differences are there. Category axis, it is x-axis and it plots horizontal side subject analysis. Value axis, y-axis, vertical axis, and it is used to plot the value. Next one is data series. Data series are bars, slices or the other element that shows the data value. Next is category name. Category name are the label displayed on the x or y axis. Sixth one is plot area. Plot area is a window within the chart area. It contains the actual chart itself and include the plotted data, data series, category axis and value axis. Seventh one is legend. It depicts the color, pattern or symbols that we use to assign the data series. Eighth one is chart title. It describes the objective of the chart. And last one is grid lines. These can either be horizontal or vertical lines depending on the selected chart type. They are extended across the plot area of the chart and it makes easier to read and understand the value. Okay, so total 9 components of charts are there. You have to remember their values. Value means what is the importance of them. Now this is the chart. Next is how to insert chart. See, in previous topic we had seen how to insert data. Okay, so you had already inserted the data in table. Now you have to convert that data into a chart type. So click on the layout button present on the home tab. Select title and content layout. In that you have to select the insert chart option. Okay. Now when you click on the insert chart icon, a dialog box will appear. You have to select the chart type, which one you want to add. This chart type is given of the column chart. The one that you want to decide, select it and click OK. The chart will display with the data sheet that contains your data value. Okay. Now in chart type also you want to change it. Like in table tools are present. So in chart tools are present. And that you will get design tab. And under the design tab you will get the change chart type. Suppose you had selected this column chart. Now you want to change into bar graph or slices or pie chart. So you can change from that, change chart type. Now how to format a chart. Formatting means it improves the appearance of chart. We can format the text, font, line color, width, border style, data series, etc. So when we insert a chart, the 3 new tabs will appear on ribbon: design, layout and format. So these tabs contain various chart tools and commands that allows you to modify and format the chart. First one, how to modify chart layout. First you have to select the chart, then click on the design tab. Scroll through the option chart layouts, here chart layout. More drop down arrow is there. You have to click on it, the available chart will appear on your screen. You have to select the required chart layout. Okay. Now additional formatting you can do here. This tool on the format tab, it is present on format tab to modify the chart in various ways. We can change the outline, format, text and more. Simply You have to select the line that you want to change. Now select any quick style from the shape style. It is given on format tab in chart tool. Means simply in chart tool, this last option, last tab you will get format tab. Here one option is given shape style. Click on it. To view the more style, that more button is given and select the style. Okay. So likewise you can change the border color, outline, effect by using shape fill, shape outline and shape effect. You can change similar things with chart option also. Now you want to change the background color and pattern of the chart. We can modify a chart by changing its color, pattern or background. Just right click on the plot area of the chart and select the format plot area option from the dialog box appear on screen. Now select the border style, border color and shadow effect of your choice. Now click on the fill tab, then click on the picture or texture fill from the right pane. Okay. Now select the texture button, choose the required texture that you display and then click on the close button. So similarly you can insert and format table and chart. So in this chapter we had seen that Microsoft PowerPoint is a presentation tool that allows us to insert table and chart to make our data information to display it more effectively to the audience. Okay. So I hope you all get it very well.